Mariah Carey and businessman James Packer have broken up, and some sources are saying it could be because of Packer's ties to Scientology. So the couple has been together for a while, but recently someone is saying close to him that he has undergone a, quote, purification rundown. And this was at the urge of Tommy Davis. Tommy Davis is his business manager, and he also served as the spokesperson for the Church of Scientology. You might remember Tommy Davis from basically any Scientology documentary ever. He's always come up. When I looked up this guy's face, I was very familiar with his sleazy ways.
Second to like David Miscavige?
Yes, basically second in command. So Packer was a member of the Church of Scientology from 2002 to 2006, but he has since cut ties, but he still had Davis in his life. And the story goes, and again, we're having some convoluted sources here, so let's pick apart what the truth might be. The story goes that Mariah Carey met up with James Packer on his yacht and noticed that he was behaving a little strange. She says, quote, "What's going on? Are you back on Scientology?" And then soon after, his staff forced her to leave the premises. Now, sources close to Packer are saying that this is totally not true, and the reason why the relationship has ended is because Packer had to cut ties with Mariah Carey because she is a, quote, diva, which seems a little easy because people have said that before, a little convenient to just throw out there. Now, his source says, or a source close to Packer says, quote, "His relationship with Mariah ended because she is a diva. She has an entourage around her. She's filming a TV show, which is crazy. James doesn't want to be involved with it." And that he is no longer affiliated with Scientology. This is getting a little bit messy, especially because Mariah Carey filed for $50 million in settlement for emotional distress. You know, because she uprooted her life, she moved to LA to be with him, and then she's basically been turned away, which again, if you're Mariah Carey, it's not like you're out on the streets.
Right.
But this is very interesting. She's had to cancel some concerts because she's so upset over the breakup. She had to cancel concerts in South America. Where is the truth here, Amir? Because as I was reading through this story, it's a lot of he said, she said. It seems very convenient to blame it on Scientology. It seems very convenient to blame the breakup on her being a diva. What do you think is happening?
So I'm gonna say something crazy first. I'm not a big fan of Mariah Carey, and everyone loves Mariah Carey. But I just don't like her, probably for the supposed reasons that James Packer broke up with her, because she's a diva, and like there's all these stories about her, how she's a very difficult person to be with. That said, I have to go with the Scientology theory in like a lot of ways for this, because when he got together with Mariah, what did he think he was getting into?
Right.
She is a diva. She's Mariah Carey. All this stuff is going to come with her. So the explanation seems a little bit too simple, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I hear you on that. I do think that the explanation seems a little bit too simple, especially because it's the sort of explanation that one could assume reasonably that the public will believe.
Yeah,
like, oh, Mariah Carey, we've all grown up thinking that she was a diva, so there you go, she's just a diva.
And a breakup, if it was about her being a diva, I don't think it would just be like this sudden, all of a sudden escort her off the premises, you're gone.
Right, well.
It's like kind of more like, look, you talk about it and then like you break up, like this isn't working out for me. But from the way it sounds, like Scientology and this guy had a lot to do with it. And by the way, it's like very perplexing to me that a billionaire is involved in Scientology like this. Like, why do you need Scientology in your life, bro?
Amir, that's what I was gonna say. That's why I think that the truth is actually perhaps neither of these explanations, because if you're a billionaire, why do you want some guy, Tommy Davis, with a handle on your assets, on your money? Because the source that is close to Packer said that while Davis is not in control of Packer's money or financial capital, that he has in fact made suggestions regarding Packer's spending, which seems just absolutely crazy for a billionaire to take the advice of another guy,
a non-billionaire,
I'm sure that he's a very wealthy man, and just a business guy and spokesperson. That seems a little bit strange. But another thing that I think raised questions for me is that the source close to Packer, and we're getting this from Jezebel.com, says basically that he is no longer affiliated with the church. Now, my understanding, which is very limited of the Church of Scientology, is that if you are affiliated with the church, that you are, especially if you're in the public eye, you are expected to speak positively about the church. You certainly don't renounce the Church of Scientology. I mean, we see this with Tom Cruise, with John Travolta. So it's a little strange that if he was involved with the church, that he is having sources close to him openly denounce his connection to Scientology. So I think what's happening here is it was some sort of a bitter breakup, maybe a financial dispute or some business deal, or who knows, something went wrong here, and they want to blame, they want the public sympathy, and they're looking at what is the easiest, most convenient explanation.
So you don't think that she was escorted by staff off the premises? You think that's a made up?
It's a weird story. I guess
if it does,
she's
if that's
Mariah
true,
Carey.
yeah, that
she
really
has her
rubs me the
own
wrong
security.
way. Even if like your relationship goes in the tank, you don't get your staff to escort anyone off. Like,
what sort of a
chill the fuck
relationship?
out. Yeah.
To the degree that we are learning about this relationship from the sources and what we are hearing about, what a bizarre relationship. It is not a relationship between two people. It's like two people's teams, their security, their staff. That's such a strange mix of humans. It takes two to tango. You don't need an entire yacht full of sources to like weigh in on how the date's going. But that's what we make of this. We want to know from you in the comment section below. What do you think about this breakup? Where is the truth in this story? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.